The U.S. Department of the Treasury's Office of the Foreign Assets Control recently announced it had imposed new sanctions on the Eritrean Defense Force and the ruling political party, the People's Front for Democracy and Justice. The U.S. says it is targeting Eritrea for its role in the year-long war in neighboring northern Ethiopia. Eritrea's foreign ministry slammed the sanctions, saying they are meant to destabilize the country. For more on the effects of these sanctions, I'm joined live via Skype from Washington, D.C. by Johanna Leblanc, national security law and foreign policy expert. Johanna, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Eritrea is already claiming the sanctions are meant to destabilize the country. How effective do you think these sanctions will go to keep Eritrea out of Ethiopia's internal conflict?
Well, as a result of this sanction, what will happen is that Eritrea will not be eligible for foreign assistance from the United States when it comes to its military. So what I will anticipate will happen is that more than likely you will have some members of Congress to introduce legislation, amendment through the appropriations bill to ensure that Eritrea does not have access to U.S. Financial assistance for the purpose of its military. Now, Eritrea, which already needs assistance in strengthening its military to protect its borders and its nation from terrorist threats, is now faced with a hard decision in terms of who will Eritrea lean to as a state to ensure and secure financial assistance for its military and also training of its military personnel. So it's rather unfortunate. But unfortunately, the U.S. Deemed that the act of Eritrea's military forces undermine its national security as well as strategic interest in the region and in the country.
So what do we know specifically about the two individuals mentioned in this announcement? What is their involvement in this conflict?
Well, their involvement is that they have leadership within Eritrea's armed forces, and the U.S. believes that those two individuals have played a key role in promoting the situation between Eritrea and Ethiopia, and also violating human rights and so forth. So they've been targeted. And while it's unfortunate, I think that it's a good thing that the United States did not sanction the entire country. I always push for targeted sanctions versus sanctions on the whole country, because we know what happens in those cases. It usually just impact some of the most vulnerable in these various societies. So in this case, targeting two individuals versus the entire country is, while unfortunate, it's a good step in the right direction.
Now, Johanna, do we have any specific information on the two businesses mentioned in this announcement by the Treasury Department, the Hydri Trust and the Red Sea Trading Corporation? What kind of support are they giving in this conflict?
Well, the United States, again, alleges that those entities and individuals are supporting the supposedly war, civil war in Ethiopia by providing weapons, by providing support, assistance, and by encouraging the engagement of in Ethiopia's internal affairs. That's what the United States alleges at this time.
Now, we've seen the United States impose sanctions on other countries for various reasons, including other, Western countries, depending on what the issues are. Generally, how do sanctions work? How effective are they?
Sanctions can be effective and sometimes not so effective. Sanctions are usually imposed, as I said earlier, when the national security interest or the strategic interest of the United States is compromised or perceived to be compromised in the future. Sometimes you have targeted sanctions, you have economic sanctions, you have diplomatic sanctions, you have a host of sanctions. And with those sanctions, sometimes what happens is that visas are canceled, obviously. If you have assets in the United States, those assets are often frozen. If you have houses, you may not have access to those property any longer. And how it happens is that usually the office of the president is responsible for making the decision. Now, you can have the United States Congress, the State Department, and other entities to make recommendations, but ultimately it is the United States president, and then those sanctions are enforced by the U.S. Treasury Department to make sure that perpetrators are indeed held accountable. When I believe sanctions are not effective when they target countries and economies that are already struggling, that are already crippled due to various reasons. So I am a proponent for individual and targeted sanctions because I think that actual perpetrators of these violations should be addressed, not society's most vulnerable, that should be penalized for the actions of those individuals.